That's awesome, y'all. That's great. Hello, Hobnob. Thank you all for being here this morning. I'm so happy to be here with you as we head into the final days of 2023 election season. You know, reflecting on these past few months on the campaign trail, it's been quite the journey, but one that will thankfully come to an end just in time for me to enjoy the last few days of college football season, hopefully. So my name is Greta Martin, and I intend to be your next Attorney General. For those that I've not had the opportunity to meet, a little about me: I'm a lifelong Mississippian, born and raised in the hills of Tishomingo County, where most of my family still lives. My mother's a retired nurse, and thanks to her hard work and the Mississippi Public Employees Retirement System, she's living her best life after years of service. My father has devoted over 4 decades to Tishomingo County law enforcement and currently holds the position Chief of Police for the city of Tishomingo. I'm a child of the Mississippi Public School System, a proud graduate of Ole Miss, and I got my law degree at Mississippi College School of Law. And once I passed the bar, I made the decision to stay right here in Mississippi and represent people in front of judges and juries across the state. And for the last 5 years, I've had the distinct honor of being litigation director for Disability Rights Mississippi, representing Mississippians with disabilities across all 82 counties. I love my work. I'm good at my work. And now I'm asking you for the opportunity to represent all Mississippians as your next Attorney General. You know, over the past few months, my campaign has rolled out my vision for expanding and improving your Attorney General's office, outlined in my roadmap to restoring public integrity. It highlights 9 areas of immediate focus, with our first priority being the task of addressing corruption within our state and holding individuals accountable for their wrongdoing. Child care assistance, educational activities to increase self-sufficiency, job training and work, cash assistance to help low-income families with children. These are 3 things that are listed in the regulations that TANF funds can be used for. Not on that list: volleyball stadiums, personal trainers, and self-promoting radio ads. For the last 4 years, our state has been rocked with the realization that tens of millions of dollars have been stolen from our underserved communities. In response, your AG's office has provided no independent investigations, no prosecutions, a lot of no comment, and a very big bill from a high-dollar private law firm. Now, should your AG provide detailed plans on their internal strategies to tackle this very public, very shameful situation? Absolutely not. Should your AG have said something in any way demonstrating to her constituents that she's even aware that this has been going on for the past 4 years? Absolutely. Should your AG have recognized that the governor has a major conflict and maybe shouldn't be involved in determining how this matter moves forward? 100%. But she has friends and donors to protect. I, however, do not protect people who have harmed and stolen from others, even if they now or at any time have resided in the governor's mansion or played in the NFL. Another highlight of our roadmap concerns law enforcement, the men and women that have dedicated their lives to protecting and serving our citizens. I'm the daughter, granddaughter, and niece of police officers. Law enforcement is intricately woven into my family, so support, safety, and training for our officers is something that is very personal to me. To this day, my father puts on a badge every morning and steps out to protect his community. With limited resources and the knowledge that he may be asked to do far more than policing while he's on duty. I understand the delicate balance between being an ally for law enforcement, ensuring they have what they need to return home to their families each day, while also providing oversight necessary when police officers are the reason a member of our community doesn't return home to theirs. Mothers should not have to plead outside of the AG's office for justice for their children who were brutalized at the hands of rogue officers. The federal government should not have to first intervene to get a response from our state's chief legal officer. We have to provide law enforcement with the training they need to meet the ever-growing expectations of their job. They're asked to be social workers, marriage counselors, and mental health workers. So we must ensure that they're prepared and protected, which includes crisis intervention training and advocacy for body-worn cameras. We must respond to instances of police brutality and officer-involved shooting with the urgency that these incidents deserve. Since February, I've highlighted another stop on our roadmap by discussing what the definition of empowerment truly is. My opponent is a bit confused. To genuinely empower women and families, we require policies that are needed, not fluff. This means expanding access to quality and affordable childcare, promoting workplace flexibility, and enforcing child support requirements aggressively across our state. We must tackle issues within our foster care system, streamline the adoption process, and allocate resources that will actually help mothers and children. When employees don't have to worry about child care expenses, sick leave, and whether their paycheck is enough to buy groceries, businesses in our state thrives. We need a leader who not only champions and advocates for these policies, but also exemplifies them in their own administration. For instance, maybe by providing paid maternity leave to the very women in their office they claim to empower. It's crucial to recognize that when Mississippi's women thrive, our state prospers. Merely compiling a database of resources that are already overworked and underfunded with a cute little nickname, which neglects a significant portion of our state, will not suffice. Along the way, I've also emphasized the importance of new areas of development, such as a Fair Labor Division, Conviction Integrity Unit, and a Civil Rights Division. These are crucial, diverse issues in Mississippi which deserve targeted advocacy, designated allocation of resources, and expertise. These divisions can ensure all Mississippians are protected and avoid complex and costly litigation for our state. My opponent's stance is that the AG's office doesn't require novel concepts or new divisions to enhance its service to Mississippi. Perhaps it's because I didn't put a catchy anagram or a flashy title with it. Perhaps it's because she is completely disconnected from the realities of what Mississippians need. But if it's something that will have a meaningful impact on our state, even the parts that our state leaders like to forget, it's not only a good idea, it's necessary. So if you'll allow me to close with a quote that I believe speaks volumes about much more than politics. It's a quote that was put out yesterday. We're not paying attention to her opponent's campaign. That's a direct quote from Lynn Fitch's campaign team, or maybe her AG staff. It's really difficult to distinguish between the two these days. However, the theme of not paying attention to things that matter is a consistent theme with General Fitch's administration. She's certainly not paying attention to the largest financial scandal this state has ever seen. She's not paying attention to families, Mississippians crying out for justice and oversight from her office. She's turned a blind eye to campaign finance violations, elder and vulnerable and adult abuse cases, and the fact that our state has the highest infant and maternal mortality rates in this country. By contrast, she's very attentive to disenfranchising people who've served their sentences, frivolous lawsuits about other states' elections, and ways to track women's medical records across state lines. She may not be paying attention to me, and that's okay. But the voters in Mississippi are paying attention. They're ready for a change. They're ready for transparency and accountability. They're ready for a fighter, an advocate, and a true people's warrior. And come November 7th, that's exactly what they'll be getting when they vote for Greta Martin for Attorney General. Thank you so much.